Hi, katzcradul here. I answered a question on my Friday question and answer video. Someone asked, had I given any thought to what I was going to do if the power grid went down and I had to try sleeping on a hot, balmy night in a house where there was no air movement, and I replied to that, and you can watch that video to see my reply. I have given that a great deal of consideration because I am not a heat person. I love it when it's cold. And I thought what I wanted to mention to you today, that this picture would be very appropriate. I don't have any indoor cats. Mine are outside, but I certainly have seen a cat do this, and I've seen lots of other ways that a screen becomes compromised. You can see little holes all in this screen here, and every tiny little hole in the screen is a place for insects to come in. And one of the things, if I'm having to be miserable at night sleeping in the heat, I sure don't want the added aggravation of mosquitoes coming in the house or any other kind of insect should I have to keep the windows open. And of course I probably would, because you'd want at least some flow-through ventilation if you were sleeping without an air conditioner, which you're probably used to. I am suggesting that in your preparations kit that you have extra screen material, rolls of it, that you have the little tool that you need to push the screen. This is an old screen, so it doesn't have that, but the modern window screens have a little crevice here where you push little rubber tubing in to hold the screen in place. I recommend that you get extra screen, extra tubing, and the tool needed to push that that little rubber tubing in the groove. You would also need scissors to cut it. But should you just have one tiny little hole in your screen, I recommend this. And you can find this at your home improvement store. And it is pieces of screen that have an adhesive back. And you can see here on the little diagram where they show it with the peel-off back, so it's sticky on one side. And you can cut this to size. This little sheet is a 3x3 repair patch, but for the little tiny holes I have in my screen, and I only have a couple of them, I could probably make 4 patches out of this 3x3 patch, and there are five of those sheets in here. This is a great thing to have. I don't think I paid more than $1.50 for this, but boy, you talk about convenient just to be able to repair a screen very quickly. I recommend that. The other thing that you can do if your holes are particularly tiny is to use clear nail polish and begin brushing it over that little hole, and it will start to form a little webbing over that. And then you go outside and you brush it on the outside as well. Let it dry and come back and do it again. And you can build up that clear nail polish to where it covers that hole. I'm just thinking this might be something that you hadn't given much thought to, but I am trying to develop a plan for every contingency, and mosquitoes are something that I do not want to deal with when I sleep at night. So consider getting some supplies to repair your screens, and maybe even consider this little peel-off adhesive patch. I hope this gives you food for thought and that you'll think of other ways that you can be prepared. katzcradul.